They called it a health hazard. That's what the letter said. 3 pages of threats printed in bold. Remove all livestock or face eviction. Livestock. That's what they called my 6 hens and 1 quiet rooster. I'd built the coop by hand. Cedar planks, wire mesh, painted white to match the house. The birds weren't noisy. They weren't dirty. They were family. The HOA president, Greg, stood in my driveway that morning like a sheriff delivering a death sentence. "This is a residential neighborhood," he said, holding his clipboard tight. "No exceptions." I told him the coop sat within code. He smirked. "Then maybe you should move somewhere rural." That night, I sat on my porch listening to the soft cluck of the hens, and something hardened inside me. If they wanted a war over a few chickens, I'd show them what real regulation looked like. I started with silence. I said nothing at the next board meeting. I paid the fine. I let them believe they'd won. Meanwhile, I spent nights at the county recorder's office, scrolling through dusty zoning records. What I found made my hands tremble. 30 years ago, before the subdivision existed, the land was zoned agricultural residential, a hybrid category never repealed when the HOA formed. Their bylaws copied city ordinances, but the zoning map still recognized limited agricultural use. That meant I wasn't breaking the law. They were. I filed for an agricultural permit, not just for the co-op, but for the entire quarter acre. I registered my lot as a micro farm. The county approved it. With that approval came rights, animal husbandry, waste management exemptions, and the legal ability to sell produce. The following week, I put up a small wooden sign, Redfield Poultry and Produce, Estern 2025. Greg showed up before noon. "Fuming! You can't run a business here!" I handed him the laminated permit and watched the color drain from his face. "You should read the zoning codes before you threaten a farmer," I said. Then came the real payback. I ordered soil by the truckload, tilled the front lawn, and installed motion sensor floodlights for farm security. The HOA bylaws forbade yard lights past midnight, but agricultural zones were exempt. The lights blazed until dawn. Every morning at 4, my rooster Jasper crowed into the gray air. It wasn't loud, but Greg heard it. I knew because his complaint emails started arriving daily, each one shorter, angrier, more desperate. By month's end, the coop had grown into a proper pen. The air smelled of feed and earth. Children from nearby streets came to buy eggs. Parents smiled, cash in hand. The HOA tried to find me again. I replied with a cease and desist notice. Every dollar of fine now considered harassment under state agricultural law. They escalated to county court. I showed the judge my permit, the zoning map, the correspondence. The judge's ruling was short. Plaintiff to cease interference with registered agricultural property. The HOA lost legal authority over my land. Permanently, Greg didn't take it. Well, he resigned 3 weeks later after neighbors discovered the HOA had wasted thousands of dollars on the failed lawsuit. Rumors spread. People whispered his name like a curse. Now the board avoids my fence. Blind, they hold meetings indoors with curtains drawn. On rainy mornings, water runs through the old drainage ditch I reopened, carrying the scent of straw and soil. My rooster crows, sharp and proud. Sometimes when I see Greg driving by, I lift my coffee cup toward him, a quiet salute to what he buried under paperwork and arrogance. If you made it this far, type chicken in the comments. That's how I know who stays for the justice. Like for more stories.